And then for the shallow depth of field, do you remember what that is? The shallow depth is,
That when there's something in front that's in focus and something.
and everything else exactly. So you would do that, attain that by how? Would you do it with your shutter or your aperture? Your aperture, would it be a high aperture or would it be a super low aperture? A very low aperture, whatever your lowest aperture is on your lens is probably where you want that. Okay, your picture needs to be a shallow depth of field, which means your subject is gonna be crisp and clear and right up in my face, and everything behind it's gonna be creamy and cool, and I can probably figure out what it is, but it's not my main focus, okay? A frame within a frame. So you're gonna be taking a picture of something, obviously that's your subject, that's gonna be in your frame, but I want that subject to be in a frame. However you figure that out, I'm gonna leave that to you.
Say it again?
Yeah, so, okay, so,
Ain't no picture of pictures, frame.
well, if I'm taking a picture of this box, right? This box is my picture, right? Here's my frame, this is coming, here's my frame, right? But it's within a frame itself. I framed it into something, so it could literally be anything, it could be other things around it, you could be shooting down on a table, and it's,
What's your frame?
I'm shooting this, and there's this, and there's this, and there's this, and there's this. My focus is here, but I've just framed it with all the other things I'm doing, okay? So a frame within a frame, does that make sense? Confusing? You get it? Okay. Alright, and I want a detail shot. I don't care what it's of, I want it to catch my eye and be like, what the heck is that? Okay, so something that's of detail that I'm gonna be like, what is that? I wanna get a better look at it, right? And then the last one is an abstract angle. So you could be shooting against this table edge. I see leading lines there too, oh my God, 2 in 1. Okay, you're gonna be shooting against strange things just to show me some angles. There's papers, there's boxes, there's file cabinets, there's desks. Surprise me, surprise yourself. Any of this make sense? Anything confusing? And
Random angles?
something abstract that kind of looks cool.
Okay.
Like I take pictures of the most random stuff when I'm, oh my God, when I'm driving, God help the world.
I know, I was like.
I've learned to pull over, I know, listen, the first few years was not safe. I learned to pull over, there's just, whether it's the trees and the power lines and a barn, it comes into this weird like, I gotta get it. Nobody else knows what the heck I'm doing, but I think it looks cool. So these are the types of things, it's just something eye-catching, abstract. Yes, love?
Reflection, I missed that.
Reflection, so I want you to get anything, a reflection of something in this room. So you've got glasses, there are these guys here that reflect, you probably wanna wipe it down. There's windows, if you got a mirror, I mean, whatever you can come, you got your phone, there are so many ways to create a reflection of something. Grab, I don't care what it is, grab a can, grab a coin. I just wanna see, I want to see how you would capture a reflection. What you need to do to manipulate your camera to get that reflection. Obviously, you'll need a light source. You'll need something, I don't care if it's this light, one of those lights, whatever works for you guys, okay? And I want you to try each one of these things. Maybe start with the scavenger hunt, cause some of them can be incorporated into these guys too, okay? But at least that way it's gonna push you to do every one of those weird things that you might be confused about. And the good thing is I'm here to help you figure out what that is. But I want to see what you guys come up with. I want to see your creative eye through these processes, okay? This is another thing, I mean, oh wait a minute, I think I have. I brought a little flashlight, so you can mess around with it. Somewhere. So, I don't know how to do this. How do you do this?
Yes.
Lo, how do you do it?
Yes.
Well,
I hope the lady gets started.
but where do you, from up or down?
It'll be.
Down. There it is. However you wanna do it, I'm just gonna leave all of this stuff out, I want you to goof around, I want you to push yourself. And again, however you do it, whether this, how cool would this be, doing a long exposure and seeing what these lights do on a long exposure? Okay, there's, like I said, there's tripods here. So I will leave each of these items around, I just want you to go to each one, if you forgot what to do there, tell me, and I'll guide you through it. Any questions? Any confusions?
Probably soon.
That's okay, that's the point.
Overwhelmed by choice.
That, right, there's a lot, and so if you wanna start with something on a simpler note, you guys can start like at one of these guys. And with these ones, I want you to do 5 different pictures, 5 different perspectives. So your perspective can be the point of view, your point of view from a, I don't know, child's eye, point of view from a bug's eye, point of view from a giant's eye. But I just want the pictures to look extremely different, because again, you are trying to not just take a picture, because anybody can do that. You want to capture someone's attention. How are you doing that? Okay, so you can do it with this guy, with this one. You show me what works for you and what speaks to you. And you can change it, you can change the angle, however you do it. But I just want it to be your idea and your creativity.